What if I told you that the biggest weight holding you back is not the judgment of others, but your constant urge to explain yourself? Ladies and gentlemen, life teaches us that we don't need to explain ourselves to everyone. When you live with honesty and dignity, your actions speak louder than words. Stop seeking approval from people who don't even understand your journey. Those who truly love you will never need explanations, and those who demand them will never be satisfied. True strength lies in living authentically without feeling the need to justify your choices. Because life is too short to waste energy on explaining who you are to people who may never even try to understand. Every person is walking on a different path, carrying experiences, struggles, and dreams that are unique to them. So how can anyone else fully comprehend why you make the decisions you make? The truth is, no matter how much you explain, some people will still criticize, some will still doubt, and some will still misinterpret your intentions. So why hand over your peace of mind to those who thrive on questioning you? When you choose authenticity over approval, you step into a life where your worth is not measured by how convincing your words are, but by how aligned your actions are with your values. You begin to recognize that your life is not a courtroom where you must defend every decision. It is a journey where you must stay true to your compass, even when the world demands explanation. When you stop explaining yourself, you also silence the voice of self-doubt that constantly wonders if you are enough. You start to realize that your choices do not require validation to be meaningful. They only need to be honest and purposeful. Think of how much freedom it brings when you no longer owe the world a detailed report of your every move. You gain time, energy, and confidence, and you use that strength to build rather than defend. Explaining yourself too often creates a cycle where you live for the perception of others, always tailoring your actions to what will make sense in their eyes. And in that cycle, you lose your own authenticity. But when you step out of that loop, you find a version of yourself that is unapologetic, grounded, and free from invisible chains. Imagine the courage it takes to say, "This is who I am, this is what I believe, and I don't need to justify it to anyone." That courage reshapes your life because it draws a line between what belongs to you and what belongs to others. Your inner peace belongs to you, your dreams belong to you, your struggles belong to you, and no one has the right to demand explanations for them. People who care for you deeply, who truly love you, will never place that burden on your shoulders, because they understand you, not through your words, but through your essence. They will trust your silence, respect your boundaries, and honor your choices. Those who don't, those who constantly question and criticize, reveal themselves as people unworthy of access to your truth. When you embrace the art of not explaining yourself, you begin to walk lighter, because you no longer carry the heavy responsibility of pleasing everyone. You begin to live for purpose rather than for approval, for growth rather than for validation, for peace rather than for arguments. And that is where real strength begins. Those who truly value and respect you will accept your silence as much as your words, because love and respect are not built on explanations. They are built on trust. When people genuinely care for you, they don't need long justifications to believe in your intentions. They understand the language of your actions, your presence, and your sincerity. That is why letting go of the habit of constant explanations is not arrogance, it is self-respect. Every time you feel the need to explain yourself, you hand over a piece of your confidence to someone else's opinion, and soon you find yourself shaped by their expectations rather than your own vision. Protecting your self-worth means realizing that your energy must be guarded, and one of the strongest ways to guard it is by refusing to over-explain your choices to those who only listen to respond, not to understand. When you stop explaining yourself, you gain clarity about who truly stands with you. People who support you will walk beside you, whether or not they understand every detail of your journey. They will not demand proof, reasons, or explanations to stay by your side, because their bond with you is rooted in acceptance. On the other hand, those who constantly push you to justify every move reveal their lack of trust, and keeping them at a distance protects the peace you are building. You deserve to be surrounded by people who empower you, not people who make you feel like you are on trial for simply being yourself. Preserving your energy is one of the greatest acts of self-care. Explaining yourself again and again drains you emotionally because it makes you feel as though you must always earn the right to exist as you are. But you were never created to be a prisoner of other people's opinion. Your silence can be more powerful than your words, because silence speaks of confidence. It shows that you do not need approval to keep moving forward. When you learn this art, you stop being reactive to every opinion and instead focus on your purpose with greater strength. Life is too precious to waste in justifying your path to people who are not even walking with you. Your goals, your dreams, and your struggles belong to you alone. And those who truly matter will never force you to explain why you are chasing them. They will encourage you even when they don't fully understand, because real love supports without conditions. That kind of presence in your life is rare, and it becomes easier to identify once you stop explaining yourself to everyone. You begin to see clearly who respects your boundaries, who trusts your journey, and who honors your silence. By letting go of explanations, you protect not only your self-worth, but also your emotional energy. And in that protection, you create the space to grow, to focus, and to rise stronger than ever. The conclusion of this speech is simple yet powerful. You do not owe explanations for living your truth. When you stop justifying yourself, you reclaim your peace, protect your energy, and walk with confidence in your own path. Those who genuinely care will understand you without words, and those who never will are not meant to define your worth.